People always choose to believe what they want to believe, confirmation bias. In ancient times, a man lost an axe and suspected that it was stolen by his neighbor's son. So he began to observe the neighbor's son's behavior and demeanor. The more he observed, the more suspicious he felt, so he concluded that the neighbor's son was the one who stole the axe. However, later he found his own axe and met the neighbor's son again. When he looked at him carefully, he didn't look like a thief anymore. This is the story of suspected neighbor stealing axe, which vividly reflects the phenomenon of confirmation bias in psychology. Confirmation bias refers to the tendency for people to selectively recall and collect favorable details to support their own subjective opinions once they have formed them, while ignoring those that occur in front of them but are not favorable to their thoughts. This is reflected in many aspects of life. For example, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and couples in love will ignore the shortcomings of the other person, even considering them as strengths. For example, people's first impressions of others are often difficult to change. If you have a bad first impression of someone, even if this person does something good, you will think it is a show of hospitality, like a weasel giving a chicken a New Year's greeting, and so on. Confirmation bias leads us to fall into the trap of inherent cognition. How can we make ourselves as objective as possible and not be affected by inherent prejudices? First, we must maintain an open mind and have a growth mindset, and upgrade and iterate our cognition through continuous learning and self-denial. Second, we must actively seek out different opinions. Thinking from another person's perspective, using reverse thinking to consider the opposite side of your decision and even the pros and cons of other aspects. Third, try to contact with first-hand information as much as possible. For example, when you think that the housing price will rise, don't read various news about the rise of housing price. Try to find the exact data of local population inflow, the number of primary school students growth, real estate construction volume, sales and construction ratio, currency increase, and GDP growth, and then make your own judgment. There are two famous quotes in psychology. Everyone sees the world as they want to see it. The truth you want is only the truth that suits your taste. In the next issue, we will talk about decision fatigue and explore how to keep our brain relaxed.